Hey guys, how's it going? Shinobi here, and today you're looking at some random gameplay in the background because today I want to do something a little bit differently. I've done stuff like this before where I talk about topics, some of them serious, some of them not, but this time we're going to do a story time with Shinobi. Now, it's a series that I kind of want to start. A lot of things, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and some of you guys are always curious, asking me questions about this and that and whatever. So I thought today I would start it off with talking about a story of me pretty much growing up, something that I kind of faced and something that I had to try and get past. And maybe a lot of you guys or girls can relate to this. So, by the way, before we get into this, I have been putting out this new Let's Play series with my friend Brian, aka Shit Poopy. It's really funny stuff. You guys can challenge us to do different things in every episode. It makes it really hilarious. And also this weekend, if this video goes up before the weekend, I am doing a live stream on Twitch TV celebrating 11,000 subscribers, and that's another reason why I'm doing this story time with Shinobi, adding something new to the channel because 11,000 subscribers, I feel like you guys deserve it for all the support, so I want to give you more, make this channel a more dynamic channel, give you just everything that you want. Instead of just guides, instead of just this, that, I'm going to give you a little bit of everything, and whatever the stuff you like the most, I'm going to continue to do that. More than the other stuff, obviously, because I want to find out what you guys really want on this channel. You can leave in the comments below. Now, and I don't know if I said it, but I said that this weekend we're going to be doing the live stream start at 6 p.m. Saturday, February the 2nd, starting at 6 p.m. EST. And we're going to be going all night, getting energy drinks, and maybe order some food, stay up all night, giving away some cool stuff to thank you guys for supporting the channel and the live stream. Anyways, let's get into story time with Shinobi. I wanted to just kind of cover some of that stuff and everything like that. But now that I have your attention on the story, let's get into it. Now, my real name is Luke. Growing up, I obviously went to school just like almost every other kid does. And I grew up in Canada. I was born in Canada. And throughout my life, I've been through many different schools, tons of schools, meeting new people and then never seeing them ever again, and having new teachers and trying to connect with a teacher and then never seeing that teacher ever again. And it was really tough for me growing up because I, would be living with my mom or be living with my dad or be, traveling to a new place to live or anything like that. But the first school that I ever went to was called Clarksdale Elementary School. Went there in Canada, the way it works in elementary school is you go from kindergarten to grade 5 or 5th grade, as people say in America. That's pretty much what you do for elementary, and then you have middle school, which is 6, 7, 8, and then you have high school. A lot of schools in the States are kind of the same structure, but for Clarksdale, I went there from kindergarten to the 4th grade. And throughout the entire time I was going to school, I would always struggle in many different things. I would struggle in just about every class. And, I would pass, but I would just get by the skin of my teeth type thing. And, people keep wondering what was going on. They saw that I was a smart kid, but they just couldn't grasp what was wrong with me. And so I had many days where I actually had the student counselor would ask me to come down to her office and we would talk for like an hour. And we'd probably do this about 3 or 4 times every week. They thought maybe I had some kind of problem, like some kind of disease or some kind of learning disability. I don't know why I said disease, but some kind of learning disability or something, but they couldn't put their finger on it. So as time goes on, once again, I move. And now I'm in the 5th grade, and I'm about to go into middle school. So we move to the next place, and this time I go to a school called Bruce T. Lindley. Now, I had known some people in that school already because my girlfriend, my very first girlfriend, Danielle, she actually went to that school. So I was a little familiar with it, but I was still kind of shy, and I got into the class and tried to kind of fit in with people, The school was a very kind of preppy school. Everybody dressed real nice. You didn't have to wear like a suit and tie. It's not like one of those private schools or anything like that, but it was a nice school. And it was close to my house too, which was nice. It was the first school I could ever walk to, which was great. Or ride a bike or whatever. So, as I get into that school, the same problem happens again. I'm doing really bad. So this school decides, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to put him in some, I think they call them remedial classes, the ones where the stupid kids go to, essentially. And, just kind of like a lower, slower learning process class. And what it pretty much was is I would go to my normal classes, and then halfway through my class, after the teacher was done teaching stuff, the lady would come by, take me out of my class, and go to this other thing, and we'd sit there, and then we'd go over the stuff they went over and thing. They would kind of sit one-on-one and try to teach you, break it down for you, go really slow. I mean, they really did try to help me, which was really awesome, and I did like that, but my grades weren't getting better. They were still bad. They were still just barely passing. I never failed anything, but I always just barely passed. So as time goes on, and, trying different classes and doing this and doing that, there was one class that I actually did well in, which is funny because it was the hardest class out of all my classes, which was my math class. It was a teacher that was a very strict teacher. She was really smart, really knew what she was doing, and she would, really push us to the limit. But in that class, I was doing well. So my homeroom teacher saw that, and she said, why don't we try and put you in an advanced math class? Just to try it. And for me, I'm freaking out. I'm like, what? Really? Like, I'm failing almost everything. Like, almost failing everything. So I get into this class, and I start doing it, and I do really well. I do extremely well, actually. And then my homeroom teacher goes, I know what's wrong. So the rest of my classes, she put me in advanced classes. Every single one of them. And I did extremely well. Which, like, blew my mom and dad out of the water. They were like, holy crap. My teachers were like, what the hell? What happened? Like, someone that was barely passing is now excelling at extremely hard work for his age. So time goes on, and I keep doing these classes, and I keep doing really well. Then my homeroom teacher comes up to me and says, you are kind of a role model in this school now, because I was really popular and I was doing extremely well in school, and because you're in the 5th grade, you're the oldest of all the people in your elementary school, which is why I brought up that thing earlier. So I want you to be in the student council. And I said, okay. And I didn't really know what that was, but she was like, this lady been helping me out like crazy. So I'm like, anything you want, lady, let's do this. And I can't remember this teacher's name. I feel super bad about that, but I can't remember. I know exactly what she looks like. I just can't remember the name. I have a photographic memory, not an eidetic memory. So anyway, I think I've said so and like 40 times in this video. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, now I'm going to start saying anyways. We get to the council thing. They ask different questions. What do you guys think we should do about this and that? Stupid little kid stuff. Not really a big deal. And time goes on, and I say another and we, just time goes on, and I get my first official report card. And I got extremely well in everything. So the homeroom teacher calls me over after class, and she says to me, Luke, I don't know if you know this, but you just achieved something pretty spectacular. And I said, what now? What did I do now? Like, you guys are making me feel like I'm the student marvel or something like that. It's not that big of a deal. You put me in harder classes. I'm doing well now. What's the big deal now? And she says, you got the best grades in the entire school. So, to top off all the amazing things that are happening, now they throw an assembly, and in the assembly, if you don't know what assembly is, it's when all the kids go down to the gymnasium and they talk about stuff and different topics. Well, one of the topics was going to be how I was the smartest kid in the school. That's quoting the teacher. The smartest kid in the school. Really? someone that was barely passing, that had to go see the psychiatrist all the time, that was put in the stupid kid classes, eventually got put in the advanced classes, and now I'm the smartest kid in the school, and this all happened in one semester, or 1/2 year. We didn't have semesters in elementary school. So that just, really, that blew me out of the water. And I'm not telling you this story to try and seem like some kind of smart guy, or anything like that. Because I had a lot of hard times after that in high school and everything like that, and that'll be for another day. I'll explain why those things happen later on if you want, like a part 2 or something like that. But the point of this video is, if you're a parent that has a kid, or you're a kid that have parents, and say maybe you're struggling in school, maybe you're not being challenged enough, maybe they're not reaching out to you the right way. There are very few teachers in this world that can really see a student's potential and make them excel. So keep that in mind, because for me, that helped me. Throughout the rest of my life, anytime I had a hard time in something, I knew it was because I wasn't being challenged enough. So I would do things that I wouldn't normally do. And you can do this in work, you can do this in school, you can do this in just normal day-to-day life. I challenge myself, and that's probably why I'm as good as I am at video games. Because I challenge myself. When I play a game, I don't just play a game. I destroy the game. I want to know everything about it. I make sure that I'm good. If I, say I'm playing, FPSs back in the day when I used to be in one of the top guilds or clan, they called it, in the world for an FPS game called Liquid Zero. That was the clan that I was in. If I would go 21-1, and that was my kill death ratio, I would get mad at myself. Not mad at myself in a bad way, but mad at myself you can do better than that. What are you doing? Come on, let's do this. And then go back in. And it's that pushing yourself to exceed and go to the next level. And that's what I think a lot of people need to know. Is sometimes you do need to go into those remedial classes, and sometimes you need to be pushed harder. Sometimes you need to have that extra push that pushes you to the next level, and sometimes you have to have somebody believe in you, like I did. I hope this kind of touched some people. Maybe you learned something. Until next time, I'm Shinobi. Thanks for watching.